Good morning, everyone. It's time for a very abridged show because today this is a shortened podcast to make way for a ginormous Smart Guys Super Show. For the first time ever, I'll be doing wrestling commentary for a full 4 straight hours on today's show, and I'm very excited. I hope that you guys are excited as well. Good stuff coming up. Now, in regards to this, we have to have a very short show. It's only going to be about a half an hour to maybe 40 minutes long. So I hope that you guys are excited for that. And then we're going to jump into wrestling commentary for the rest of the stream. So thank you all for watching. Let's get started with a very abridged but interesting episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Get ready for some meaningful content, because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Woo!
So I'm a little confused. For those watching on YouTube, I have a question. Can you see the show? Here's why I'm asking. As I was starting the show, it says, heads up, we've detected video in your stream belonging to someone else. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. What video would belong to someone else? What are they talking about? I think it may be an error because the stream is streaming, correct? Right? Okay. So, yeah, really weird that YouTube said that because all I played was the slideshow and then I played the intro clip and then I played the show. But it said the stream was blocked, but the stream was never blocked, right? So I have no clue. I have no idea what's going on with that. When I refresh, it says it again. It says, heads up, we've detected video in your stream belonging to someone else. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. It's not happening. You guys can see me, right? It's some kind of a weird glitch on YouTube. Yeah, it makes no sense at all. Yeah, I have no idea. It can't, guys, stop being stupid. Restreamers would not be in the YouTube content ID system. So stop with the bullshit right now. What a dumb thing to say. It must be one of your restreamers. Restreamers don't have the ability to load their content into YouTube's content ID system. Doesn't work. Okay? So nice try, but no. By the way, it's gone now. It just cleared up. So what content is it trying to claim I played that matched something else? Right? And no, this happened before the intro. So the only thing, maybe one of the remix songs got claimed again. This has happened before where I use a remix song for 10 years, literally 10 years. And then all of a sudden, one day, YouTube decides to say that song is content ID claimed by another company. And then all of a sudden, we'll start claiming streams, blocking streams, and stuff based on that. I think that's what it would be. You want to test it? No, now it's saying it again. What are you talking about? I think it may be a glitch. It says, heads up, we detected video in your stream belonging to someone else. Wrong. Obviously, this is my own stream. And like I said, no restreamer detractor would be able to claim this first. It's live. You see what I'm saying? So YouTube is erroneously matching something on this stream to someone else's. It doesn't make any sense. It's an error, but what is it matching? It's matching content right now. That's just me talking to you. So this makes no fucking sense at all. Zero. I don't even know what to do about that besides try to claim it after the fact. That's what I could do. I could try to after the fact, like, dispute if they tried to claim that this stream is owned by someone else or something like that. Yeah, very odd. No, it's not that see, the way that people just don't understand how content ID works, okay? The way that content ID works is someone officially claims and owns a piece of content, whether it's a video, a song, or whatever. They then pay to have this loaded into YouTube's content ID system. The system then has this algorithm that runs. So when people are broadcasting or uploading, it checks content to see, oh, does this match something that's in our database? So for this pop-up to be popping up, it's trying to say that something on my stream right now is in their database. That's not even possible. This is my own original broadcast with my own office, my own voice. There's no way that you know what I'm saying, that you can own it. So it doesn't make any sense at all. It seems like it's an error. Maybe YouTube is having problems today with their streams. I don't know. You know, this would not happen on Kick, but it is annoying that this is happening on YouTube. I have no idea what's causing it, or how to fix it. Because obviously I don't have content in this stream that's somebody else's. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Maybe the clips on the screen in the back. I mean, doubtful. These are fan-made clips, made exclusively for this frame. All right. And I don't think anyone owns them or would load them into YouTube. It doesn't even make sense. Yeah. This is very bizarre. There's no way to really tell either. So all I can say is, we'll just have to roll with it because it's still claiming this. And then it goes away and then it comes back. I'm serious. Like, it just went away again. But then it seems to pop up again. What are you talking about? Biff got his hands on a time machine, Marty. Yes, there you go. Someone got in a DeLorean, went back in time, previously broadcast this live broadcast, and now somehow I'm rebroadcasting the live broadcast in the present day, right? All right. Anyway, I'll ignore it. It's an abridged show anyway. We have about a half an hour to 40 minutes for a podcast today. My apologies, because this is weird. I've never seen this happen before on a live stream of mine, besides when I used to do the React show. And when I did the React show, that was because I was watching someone else's clips. So that made sense. Those could be claimed on YouTube or whatever, right? Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. I hope that you guys are in good spirits today, especially if you like pro wrestling, all right? Today is going to be a pretty crazy pro wrestling show, which just happened to my capture device. Hold on. I'm not even kidding. Now my capture device just blinked. What is going on? My capture device turned off and turned on again, and I'm not even touching anything. Here, do you want to test this theory? Because some people are saying maybe it's the frame. I don't think so. Let's turn the frame off, and if the frame is completely off, okay, let's see if this continues, this claiming or not. All right, because right now it popped up again. But it's like all I'm doing is talking and standing here. So what could it possibly be? I don't know. We'll see. I don't think this is going to be the case, but we'll see. Anyway, so welcome to the show, everyone. Let me actually see now. Does this work? It does. Okay, because I don't know what happened to the capture device. It blinked there. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast, Abridged Edition. All right, so this show is a very shortened version. Today, I only have a couple things to talk about on the show. That's it. We don't have a lot, okay? Why? Because today I'm doing a massive 4-hour edition of Smart Guys, and that will not be broadcast here on DSPGaming. That will be broadcast over on DSP Reacts, okay? So I hope that you guys will join me over there, starting roughly around noon. What we're going to do is, wind the show down and end it around noonish, and then we're all going to head over to DSP Reacts, and we're going to do this fun, long show over there. All right. So I hope that you guys are excited for that. If you like pro wrestling, it's going to be a full rundown and recap of WrestleMania 41, which ended last night. And it was a 2-night event, tons of wrestling. All right. And tons of stuff going on. But I have a lot to say. The thing is, I could sit here and I could start talking about it now, but that kind of spoils the whole idea of doing the super show of smart guys today, doesn't it? I know a lot of people want my opinions. What did you think about this or that? I'm just going to reserve them until that show. Okay. So if you don't care about pro wrestling, you're in the right spot. If you care about pro wrestling, well, after this show ends roughly around noon in about 40 minutes, stick around. We're all going to head over to the React channel. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, what are we going to talk about on today's abridged podcast? Well, what I would like to do is talk about yesterday's streams, which were Minecraft and Disco Elysium. I'd also like to talk about the schedule for the rest of the week. We have an update because of Oblivion. That is right. The remake of Elder Scrolls Oblivion is coming out supposedly this week. At least that's what it seems like everyone is saying. And I'm curious, when it'll come out. We're going to find out tomorrow because tomorrow there is an event, a digital event, and we're going to talk about it and probably react to it tomorrow live on the podcast. It'll give us some good content to do. All right. So, yeah, we got to talk about that and how that affects things. Because it might affect the schedule this week. I might actually be doing a stream of the Oblivion remake this week just to test it. Now, a lot of people have been saying, are you going to play Oblivion fully? Are you actually going to play Elder Scrolls Oblivion remake? No, I'm not going to do that because that doesn't really make sense. Why would I play Elder Scrolls for Oblivion remake? I just played it 2 years ago. Not the remake, but the original version. And I did love it, except for the Oblivion gates. I feel like the Oblivion gates were absolutely tedious and annoying. But outside of the gates, I thought that it was a great game. And it was a good kind of, way to see where Elder Scrolls had come from before Skyrim. And people really liked the playthrough enough that they wanted me to do the DLC. So I did the DLC. So why would I now do another playthrough of Oblivion so soon? It's only been 2 years, not even 2 years, right? But it is what it is. It kind of sucks because, to be honest, if these guys had announced, I say these guys, I mean Bethesda, had announced that they were formally going to do, I just accidentally turned off the stream on Kick. I hit my space bar and it turned it off. Oops. Guys on Kick, hold on. I'm coming right back. I think I touched the space bar. Yeah. I didn't know that. Why, if I touch my space bar, does it turn off the stream on Kick? That doesn't even make sense. I'm confused. I thought I had turned off all shortcuts. Boy, I'm having a lot of issues today. I thought I had turned off all shortcuts for streaming. Hotkey. They're all off. Look, there's none. This doesn't make any sense. I have all hotkeys disabled. Literally, every hotkey is disabled. Yeah. But if I tap the space bar, it stops the stream. Because that was an accident. I really didn't mean to touch the space bar. And then I did, and it stopped broadcasting on Kick, and then it started again. I don't even understand what's going on. What the hell is happening? Yes, I don't know if I think space restarts it too. I didn't even know that because I swear I've typed on this keyboard before and never had an issue. So, by the way, it's confirmed it's not the frame because it's still saying that it's detecting copyright content on my stream. So it's definitely not the Devoom. I don't know what it is. What's gonna have to happen is, good thing this is a shortened stream. What's gonna happen is when this podcast ends, all right, YouTube will flag it and say, hey, this is the content that's detected as someone else's content. And I'm going to have to see what it says and maybe dispute it because I actually don't know what it is. What it's claiming is being claimed as someone else's content. None of this could possibly be someone else's content. It's my original podcast. How stupid. I guess we'll find out. All right, anyway, good thing we're doing a shortened show. So let's talk. Let's talk about everything that I want to talk about because now we only have about a half an hour left on the show. We're so distracted by tech issues and all kinds of shit going on. Okay. All right. So today is Monday, the 21st of April, 2025. Yesterday, we did 2 fun streams. First, it was Minecraft, then it was Disco Elysium. The Minecraft stream was eye-opening and very challenging. To say the least, I definitely learned about some distinct differences between modern Minecraft in 2025 and the Minecraft that I played 5-6 years ago. Notably, there was this cave update. And this cave update apparently made it so that caves are incredibly full of resources, which is a good thing, but also caves are essentially just constant enemy respawners, which is a horrible thing. Even going into this cave and putting up all of these torches and things, enemies just kept spawning all around me constantly, which is incredibly stupid. All right, so here's what happened in a nutshell. I needed resources like iron and coal, and I wasn't finding that digging under my house. So I said, instead of strip mining, I'm going to enter this cave that I found right outside my home. And I went in there with a full body of armor, iron armor, a diamond sword, a freaking diamond pickaxe, food, and all kinds of stuff. Tons of torches. I had like 100 torches, right? So I go in there and I start finding enemies. I start fighting them. I'm mining, and this is great because I'm finding resources and everything. And all of a sudden, enemies just start appearing like constantly. And I'm like, what the hell? So I am exploring and I'm putting torches up and stuff. And then finally, a bunch of more enemies keep appearing. And I'm like, all right, I'll start fighting them off. So I start fighting them. And there's a creeper like directly in front of me. I kill it. And then all of a sudden, there's an explosion. You died to a creeper. But I had almost full health. I had full armor. I was fighting every enemy that approached me. Where did the creeper come from? This doesn't even make sense. So I go back to the cave. Now, keep in mind, I had all these torches in the cave. I go back to the cave. The cave is absolutely full of enemies. Dozens. I'm not even talking like a couple. Dozens. So I'm trying to grab all my items. Dead again. I try to grab all my items again. Dead again. I try to grab all my items. I do better this time. Oh, a witch is here out of nowhere. Throws and hits me with a potion. Poison. Dead. This is a cave at the beginning of the game. This isn't like, oh, you're in the nether or you're deep into some crazy, mine system. It's just like an endless army of enemies at the cave next to where I spawned at the beginning of the game. Like, what is going on? Okay. So what people are explaining to me is that they have completely changed the way that caves work in Minecraft. That in Minecraft, basically now, caves are full of resources, but are also some of the most dangerous parts of the game. That you can't really easily do anything in a cave. You will constantly get bombarded by enemies. And I was like, what? Yeah, apparently it's true. Like, just nonstop waves of enemies keep coming at you. And there's nothing you can do about it besides go in there and just put down like an insane amount of torches. And I'm like, so what do you expect me to do? Like, go in and just go torch, torch, torch every 5 feet? Torch, torch, torch. But even then, there's dark edges of the cave. The enemies can still keep coming out of there. And the other thing that's really annoying to me, what seems to be happening is the enemies only spawn outside of your field of view on purpose, because if they spawned in your field of view, it would look really stupid if it just popped and appeared, right? So I think what's actually happening, is it's actually trying to make it so that when you turn around, enemies start spawning behind you out of your field of vision, which is atrociously bad. Okay? Like, that's not even fair. You can't even see what's appearing behind you. So I ended up dying a ton of times. And eventually I said, well, I'm just going to get out of here. It seems like I'm even though I had full armor and all this, I'm not even well equipped to take on a cave. So then I did some fishing. And then at the end of the stream, I decided to take on a temple. Now, this is 100% on me. I completely forgot how temples work. 100% forgot. And so I went to this temple, landed on the pressure plate, exploded, and I died and lost everything. So essentially now, all I really have is a lot of cobblestone and a little bit of wood and maybe a few basic tools, and that's it. I've lost everything. I lost all the diamond. I lost all the experience. I lost all the iron. I lost all of my ingredients. Okay? So it was a very painful stream. All right. Out of all the, 6+ hours of Minecraft that I played in 2025, it was 1 hour of just endless pain, basically. And I got my ass handed to me. Okay. So there you go. Entertaining stuff and supported, hit the goal and everything. So it was good stuff there. More Minecraft coming this Wednesday. Unless we change the schedule because of the Oblivion remaster, I guess we'll see what happens with that. Okay. And then on the late stream last night, it was Disco Elysium. FYI, tons of progress in Disco Elysium. Notably, we have massively pushed forward with the actual. Where's Jasper? I was wondering where Jasper went. We pushed forward with the actual main plot of the game. We got the body down from hanging on the tree, and now we're investigating it and doing the autopsy, which is like the major story beat. So good progress there. And yes, once again, we did hit our goal last night playing Disco Elysium. We always do. And it's crazy because we don't get a lot of attendance at all for Disco Elysium, like ever. But we do get support. So that's why we play it at least once a week in the rotation. Okay. So we had 2 goals yesterday. So now we are at 27 out of 30 goals. So 3 more, and we unlock our next, milestone reward, which is DSP Tries It. And we still haven't decided, is it going to be DSP Tries It Chipotle, or is it going to be DSP Tries It Wendy's and their new menu with this new chicken sandwich, new lemonade, and new Frosty. So let's keep talking about that today and tomorrow. It's very possible maybe tomorrow we'll do it. If not, it might be Wednesday. Okay? So let's play it by ear, and let's see how it goes and go from there. Okay? Cool. So that was yesterday. Let's talk about today. Today, I am on this podcast for about another 20, 25 minutes. Then it's over, and we're getting set up, and we're going to go do Smart Guys over on DSP Reacts. Okay, so I hope that you guys will join me for that. That's going to be fun. 4 hours of WrestleMania Super Show recapping. Basically, what I'm going to do is for about a half an hour, 40 minutes, talk about WrestleMania myself. Then our first guest, Ethan Ralph, will join us for about a half an hour to 45 minutes. Then I'm going to go back and talk more about WrestleMania myself. Then Cypress TV has provided me with his thoughts on the major matches of WrestleMania that he cared about. So we're going to go through that. And then a small break. Then, then it's going to be of a final recap and kind of me giving my final thoughts about WrestleMania. And then our final guest will join us, Gahul, to end the show. So it's going to be a super show by all means, around 4 hours of wrestling commentary covering the entirety of WrestleMania. All right, and I hope that you guys will join me for that. It's going to be fun, but at the same time, it's going to be a lot of wrestling. So I hope that you like wrestling, or else probably not your thing. All right, so that'll be broadcast on the DSP Reacts channel, as well as on my Kick channel, okay? Yes, I don't know what's going to happen with Gahul's internet. I guess we'll see. But he'll be at the end of the show, so hopefully it won't massively affect things too negatively. During that show, if we hit support goals, they count towards the goal. Anything you contribute right now on this podcast also counts towards that show. So FYI, this podcast and that show are kind of considered the same. So if you support right now and I give you a shout out, it counts towards that show. For every $100 raised during Smart Guys today, we're going to unopen. We're going to unpack a pack of Topps Chrome 2025 trading cards. Okay? So that's going to happen, hopefully, at least once, if not more, during the Super Show. I have 5 packs left to get through. Maybe we can go through all 5 today. Doubtful, but I guess we'll see. Okay? Yeah, so let's see how that goes today. That's the Super Show. Now, tonight on the late stream, there will be gameplay here on DSP Gaming. It will be the conclusion of Atomfall. All right? So I hope that you will join me for Atomfall on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. By the way, some people are wondering, again, they said, take off the shirt. Do you really think that the shirt is getting claimed? The shirt. The Philomania shirt. When, by the way, It says Philomania right next to me. I don't know. Like I said, the only way to know what's actually getting claimed is after the stream goes offline and it gets archived, or when I upload the podcast, then it should flag it and it should tell me what actually YouTube is trying to auto match. And it may simply be a situation where moving forward, I'm going to have to like after the fact of a stream, I'm going to have to basically like dispute all these claims because YouTube is erroneous and screwed up right now. I don't know. Okay. By the way, can anyone super chat? I'm just curious because typically if something is getting auto claimed, you wouldn't be able to do a super chat on that stream. You can still do memberships, but you usually can't do super chats. And I'm curious if you guys are able to super chat on the stream at all because no one has tried yet, I don't think, right? Is the option even there for you guys to super chat? It is. Cade just did one. All right, thank you, Cade. So it works. Yeah, it's working. So maybe it is a glitch. It could actually just be a YouTube glitch, which would obviously be really bizarre that YouTube has a glitch that just constantly says that your stream's being claimed. That's weird. Well, thank you, Cade, for the super chat. Okay, so yeah, so that's it for today. Tonight on the late stream, Adamfall concludes. We are now at the end of Adamfall where you head into Oberon, and then I guess it's supposed to be like the final dungeon / story beats and the end of the game based on your choices up to this point. So hopefully tonight on the late stream, we will finish Adamfall, and that'll be another playthrough completed. FYI, so tomorrow, this is the big news of the day that I wanted to cover. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time, which is 8 a.m. Pacific time, Bethesda is going to hold a live stream, and that live stream is going to be about this. As you can see, that's obviously for Oblivion. So this is Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remaster, okay? So they're going to be talking about this tomorrow during this live stream, and then obviously we're going to know, hey, when is it coming out, right? Like, when is it actually going to be out for purchase? When can you play it? Because right now, no one knows. We don't know what's going on with that. So I guess once we find out what's going on with that, I can decide, do I want to do a stream of it this week? The answer is kind of like, yes, I do. Like, I do actually want to do a stream of it. I don't know what that was behind me. It was another camera. Boy, I'm screwing up. I'm pressing every wrong button. There we go. Yeah, I do want to do a live stream of it just to test it. Like, for curiosity's sake, right? I want to test Oblivion. And I want to see how it runs, you know, this modern remake of it or whatever. All right. If it runs well, great. But I'm still not doing a playthrough of it right now. But I would like to do like a one-off stream of it. Okay. I know some people were saying it was going to come out today. Obviously, that's not the case. Some people are now saying it's going to come out like on Friday. I don't think anyone actually knows. We'll find out tomorrow morning. All right. And so I may schedule a special stream just to test the game out and see how it goes. Okay. And by the way, for the record, the stream is still hitting me claiming it's detecting copywritten content. I'm literally staring at Twitter. It's just me and Twitter. So obviously this is something stupid. How could YouTube be detecting copywritten content right now? It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Real King Michael, what's going on? He's doing multiple highlighted messages over on Kick. How you doing, man? Good to see you. So tomorrow this will happen. And what I will do is tomorrow, all right, during my live stream of the Level 1 podcast, we will probably live react and see, you know, what happens with this event, this announcement. Okay. I'm excited. I want to see what happens. I want to see if it's, you know, when it's coming out. If it's coming out this week. If I can, maybe we could do this Friday. I don't know. Think about it. But I'm definitely thinking about, you know, covering it this week when it actually does release. So we'll see. Okay. Outside of that, all right, here's the schedule. So as I said, Smart Guy Super Show today, then Adamfall. Tomorrow, more Blueprints on the day stream that I'm excited for because Blueprints has been a great playthrough so far. Looking forward to more future runs and more unlocks. Black Ops 6 multiplayer Tuesday night for some multiplayer action. Wednesday, Minecraft chill. All right, that's our next Minecraft stream of the week. Wednesday night, the return of Lego night. That is correct. We are bringing back Lego nights on Wednesday night. And we're going to start the Piranha Plant Lego on Wednesday. So that's going to be a nice late night chill stream. Now, remember, if we do well on those streams, if people show up, engage, and support, then I will continue to do them. If that doesn't happen, if it ends up being dead, then we're probably just going to build the Piranha Plant, and that'll be it. That'll be my last Lego build. But when I was building the Succulent Plant, you guys showed up and supported. And building the Minecraft set that's in my background now on my birthday also worked really well. So let's see how it goes. Okay? And then Thursday, Clear Obscure Expedition 33 is premiering. And then Blueprints on the late stream. And then Friday, more Clear Obscure. And like I said, I don't know. Should I do Friday Night Fights? Should I do Black Ops 6? So the good news is now, if Oblivion Remake is coming out this week, which it very well might be, we could possibly have it be one of those streams. Okay? We'll see. We'll figure it out. But it could be one of those, maybe those late night streams at the end of the week. Okay? There we go. So by the way, yes, it's still getting claimed, the stream. And then it's going away, and then it's coming back, and then it's going away, and then it's coming back. This is very bizarre. Like I said, I really do feel like this is a glitch. Because here's the truth. If this were real, it says your stream may be temporarily blocked, but as you guys can see, my stream's not blocked, right? So I don't think this is real. Yeah, I think it's a glitch that's saying this, because if it were real, the stream would actually be going down, and it's not. You know what I mean? The stream would actually be being taken down. That's what would happen on my React show, DSP versus the internet, is if this would happen and it would pop up and give me the warning, if I didn't take it off the screen within like a minute, then the whole stream would be blocked, and I would have to remove the content from the stream to broadcast it again. And that's not happening. You guys, you say it's not going down, right? And it is. It's like blinking. It's like going on, off, on, off. It sounds to me like this is a YouTube error. This is some kind of a fucking bizarre content ID problem that's happening right now. And like I said, what'll likely happen is after the fact, it'll flag this when it's an archive stream, and I'll have to see what it flagged, claiming that someone owns it, and see if I can dispute it and figure out what the hell's going on. Obviously, I hope this doesn't affect Smart Guys, but it very well could, because I don't know what the cause of this is right now. All right, how about this? For the sake of argument, I'm going to change my shirt. Seriously, just for the sake of argument, I'm going to go change my shirt quickly, put on a different shirt, because that's the only factor that I can think. But the thing is, we have it right here every day anyway. So why would it all of a sudden be getting claimed now? It doesn't make sense, right? All right, so give me a second. I'm going to go change my shirt. When we come back, we'll do shout-outs. It'll be the end of the show. I'll just do shout-outs for you guys. And then we'll adjourn and we'll get ready for Smart Guys. But I'm curious. Give me a second here. For the record, again, I don't possibly think it could be a shirt. And by the way, I was just gone for about a minute, 2 minutes to change shirts, and it still says that content's being claimed. So, yeah, I don't know. But I have to figure this out. We'll see when I'm on Smart Guys if this happens. Here's the thing. We got to think about what factors are changing, right? So what factor could be getting claimed? Could it be the level 1 podcast banner? Which would be very bizarre if it is. If that's the case, then Smart Guys wouldn't get claimed. Anyway, let's do some shout outs. All right. So, first off, I received a $10 tip. And by the way, all these contributions will count towards the show today. From Lady Charisma, hope your stream goes well. This Mania was the weakest out of the last 4, but 38, 39, and 40 were master classes of shows. This doesn't mean the show was bad, but some things could have been done better. I hope tonight's Raw delivers on post-Mania madness. Thank you, Lady Charisma. Yeah, to be quite frank, I'm going to have a lot to say about the show. Some of it good, a lot of it not. All right? And that's all I'm going to say, because, again, I'm doing a 4-hour commentary show. I don't want to spoil the whole show right now. That would kind of be foolishly counterproductive, would it not? But thank you, Lady Charisma, for the tip there early on. Some super chats came in. because we tested. Cade first did a $2 super chat, said DSP, and it worked. Thank you, Cade. Then Cade did a $5 super chat. I hope the YouTube issues get resolved. Seems the universe is always fighting you, but as always, you prevail. Would you ever try Last Epic? It's pretty popular. I'm not sure what Last Epic is. What is Last Epic? I've never heard of it. So that's $7 of super chats. That gets us up to $17 of support so far. Thank you so much. And Buckwell subscribed over on Kick. Thank you to Buckwell. Great sub. Yeah, I changed my shirt. It's still claiming. So it wasn't the shirt. Which I didn't think it was. Okay. So yeah, it definitely wasn't the shirt because because I changed my shirt and it's not happening. Like I said, I feel like it's something else. Maybe it could be the banner. That'd be bizarre. Would Nintendo have just loaded in the 16-bit sprite of Mario this morning? I don't know. We'll find out after the show ends, because like I said, then YouTube will process it and tell me exactly what's getting claimed, and I'll be able to figure it out. Let's see here. Big Barb over on Kick doing a highlighted message says, it'd be great a goal reward to have a show and tell for your statue and collectibles. I don't have any statues or collectibles anymore. The statues and collectibles that you're thinking of are ones that I owned when I lived in Connecticut over a decade ago. I did bring them with me and put them into storage and got rid of them many years ago. I haven't had any statues or collectibles in many years. What you saw in my closet when I did the closet clean out 2-3 years ago, that's all I have. And it's very little. It's basically little knickknacks and decorations I can put behind me for the shows. And a small games collection, right? There is a small gaming collection there of like Sega CD, NES games, stuff like that. And that's it. I don't have anything else. Excuse me. Dio Brando, celebrating 4 months as a member here, says, excited to see your reaction to the Oblivion preview. Me too. Having played Oblivion, a couple years ago, I liked the playthrough, except the Oblivion gates, but everything else was good. Actually, a lot of people said the factions in that game are better than the main quest. I think they were kind of right. Like, the factions were super fun. So I'm looking forward to finding out what this remake will be like. Okay? Cool. Firefighter did a highlighted message on Kick. Did you try emailing Kick to get at DarksidePhil since you do more gaming on this channel? Oh, so wait, you're saying at DarksidePhil? So don't do DSPGaming, but get DarksidePhil? No. When I started on Kick, DarksidePhil was taken. DSPGaming was taken. They Call Me DSP was taken. Like, every variation of my name was taken. Okay? So basically I was like, well, I'm just going to give up on this. And I did. I kind of gave up on it. And then it was like, no, I was just going to go with DSPGaming Real. And I just used it since. And so I don't really care. Like, to be honest, could I? Right now, I could probably get DSPGaming. I could probably get DarksidePhil. I mean, not only am I verified, but I'm in the Kick partner program. I probably have more clout than some random asshole who stole my name, essentially, right? But I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see. By the way, knock on wood, the stream is now saying it's not claimed anymore. Nope, never mind. As soon as I said that, it did it again. As soon as I said that, it did it again. Never mind. Okay. Parasolo, 47 months as a member. He says, I never played Oblivion. I'm hyped for tomorrow. If you never played Oblivion, the remake should probably be pretty good. King Michael says, can you type your name in chat? Yes, I can. Willie Bowonka with a highlighted message on Kick. King, thanks for your content you're putting out there. You deserve all the best. Much love. Thank you to Willie Bowonka. Appreciate that. Okay. Well, here's the deal. We got like 5-10 minutes left. Like I said, I got to end by noon because I want to set up the other stream and get it started around noon. I'll probably start around like 12:15-ish, do an intro, talk some about WrestleMania for really half an hour, and then Ethan Ralph is going to join the show as our first guest. But If you guys have anything you want to talk about, tag me now in chat. Any contributions, like I said, during this will count towards the first stream goal. All right. So let's see what you guys want to chat about before we get into wrestling. Try hiding the banner, says Archmage. Again, why are you guys this is on my stream every day. You realize that, right? Like every single day. I don't think it's the shirt or the banner. No, I don't think there's a Dave's Hot Chicken near me because I never heard of it. I wouldn't happen to remember what Sega CD games I have. Oh, I don't know. Check out the closet cleanout from years ago, 2-3 years ago, and you'll see. I think Earthworm Jim. I'm pretty sure I have some of the bad FMV games. Like I have a Sega CD 32X version. I think of Corpse Killer and stuff like that. Why only one guest at a time? Well, just on logistics. For example, Cypress TV couldn't be here live at all. Gahul could only be here near the end of the stream. So it wouldn't make sense to try to cram in 2-3 guests at the end of the stream for only half an hour. This way, everyone, Ethan could get on the show, talk about his likes, dislikes, stuff about the WrestleMania. Do that for about half an hour, 40 minutes. Right? Then, do some more recapping of WrestleMania, see what Cypress TV has to say about it, then moving on again. You see what I mean? It makes more sense to do it this way than rushing it all together. Closet Cleanout Part 2 is in the running. It may actually happen, Big Barb. We've talked about this. That when we do a milestone of 50 goals, we're going to do a marathon. And one of the options is a viewer's choice event, but another option is Closet Cleanout 2.0 plus retiring the vests and hats. Basically, for that stream only, when we hit support goals, putting on a vest and hat of your choice and then basically putting them in the storage after the fact. So, well, I could create other shows because Smart Guys was successful. You could see me talking about gaming with a co-host. At this point, no, it's not in the cards. First of all, I don't know if I'm continuing with Smart Guys or not. Like I said, if Smart Guys goes well today, if this super show actually does well, all right, I'd be okay with continuing on and doing the show. I don't know if it would be every week. I don't know if it would be, every few weeks. I'm not sure. But I would consider continuing the show. All right. But if it doesn't do well today, all right, then that's okay. And what we'll do is we'll retire the show and maybe I'll look for other ideas. I don't know. I feel like we're going to start heading into a heavy gameplay time of the year. We got this Clear Obscure game. We got this Oblivion remake that I'm probably not playing now. But in May, I feel like there's a bunch of games coming out that people want to see. So I feel like I'm going to be kind of caught up in a lot of games for a bit. And then maybe when that dies down, then we could look towards other things. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I apologize for a very weird podcast. Obviously, this one didn't go according to plan. Getting this claiming message popping up the entire time and some technical issues, but it was a nice short one. All right. Thanks to those who did support a little bit there. We got a little bit of a head start on our excuse me. We got a little bit of a head start on our Smart Guy Super Show. I'm going to end the show. All right. So, folks, tomorrow we get back on track with a full-length podcast. Tomorrow, it's going to be me reacting to this Oblivion presentation that they're going to have in the morning. I'm going to react to it. Okay. So I hope you will join me tomorrow. Excuse me. For that on the podcast, plus a full day of gaming tomorrow. Okay, guys? Sorry for the abridged show. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon.